I fully understand. Lash putting some fire down. And here is Gex in a fight with 4AM. Already a couple casualties in this one. Ghibli trying to prevent Entus from coming up the hill. Kale nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Completely exposed in that position. That's an easy flush. Lambu doesn't even really need to do that, but he's going to put another bullet in there just to make sure. Sungjang running around trying to keep himself up and running.
Yeah, for the next rotation, VLG and Entus will have to fight each other to get into the next circle. But taking a look at Quadro, like they were playing 2-2 splits, but holding onto the center compound might be the better idea. So they have decided to rotate all their members to the center compound here. Sungjang taking a beatdown from Spear, and that nade's gonna go huge. Lambu's gonna destroy Sungjang. Oh my gosh! Even though the nade is nerfed, if it's right in front of your feet, it's gonna do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it still can be an instant knock. I mean, of course, Sungjang was already damaged. Now the other two members of Entus under fire. They were in a 2-2 split. So Indigo, and I believe it's Kale over, not Kale, excuse me, Under over here. Kale died first. Under trying to like slowly work his way up the hill. Of course, he's popping some painkillers and energy drinks and such, but a hard rotation coming up for the Entus boys as they need to get up this hill somehow, some way. Entus suffering a little bit because they took their early rotation to the west of Pachinki, then went back into Pachinki and stayed there for the first couple of circles. So going to be a little bit tricky as maybe they might just try to third party this fight between Gex and 4AM, as that one's been raging for quite some time. EM on top of LYG. LYG wants to get up this hill or something, get around it potentially, but Element Mystic really interested and keen on keeping them blockaded.
Yeah, Elemental Mystic, they're not going to enter the circle just yet. Instead, they're going to block off the whole LYG squad here. Michael going down, Carrot as well. Maknae going to go huge. And there's going to be last player alive for LYG is going to be, I don't know which one it is, but Crazy's going to get flushed. Forever is going to take a beatdown from Pao Pao.
Oh my god, Kinch almost able to get the last member of LYG Maps. EM doing fantastic here in this early battle. Once again, EM seems to really be on fire today, taking good fights, doing a great job with their positioning, but look at this. Gen G might be coming up trying to third party this. That's going to be another huge pickup. Lash going to pick off Maps. That is 4 in the bag, but here comes Pio. He's going to get 1. It's actually Loki who's going to get the knock, but immediately they don't like this. Something about this situation was not happy for them. I think they realized that EM was still 4 strong. They get a knock, and they're just like, okay, nope. This is a pretty exposed position. Let's rethink this one, boys.
Yeah, that knock was good enough for Gen G. Like they do know Elemental Mystic's position now. Thankfully for EM, since Gen G has backed off, Lash is going to be able to take the res here. Gen G is just going to reposition themselves back to the compound they were holding on to initially. Ghibli, though, Deva is going to go take the shot onto Asura. Griffin's going to be destroyed here. But just how many members here? There 2 members left alive. Two Heart and Minsung. What could they do? Dishing out the smokes to save themselves right now. But the whole VLG squad is kind of like, they're spread afar. So, like, if Griffin decides to enter even further.
Minsung's going to get Hikari. This could prove disastrous for VLG. I think they're just able to get out of the line sight of Griffin. However, now they're in the line sights of the teams in the apartments.
VLG is going to book it. They've decided not to fight against Griffin, but now their position is in danger. Actually, Carl's going to take down Spear, and where's the last member alive? Deva is going to be a position a little far, so there is no way that there's going to be that Spear is going to be at res. Well, Liang's going to be down by Lin Shun. Yeah. And Lin Shun's going to go take another down onto Kai, so Infantry is going to be destroyed here.
Yeah, Tianba they're so smart. They're so good at taking these third parties. Lin might as well just, oh my gosh, I thought he was done. Has just a sliver of health left. Meanwhile, Curzon's crashing onto Gen G. Grenades are out here for Gen G. An initial knock onto Inonix. This could be huge here for Curzon. If they can win this battle, that's a huge confidence boost going against this Gen G squad. Pio comes over though. He's putting some people down. It's still just Inonix knock for Gen G, as now it's falling apart for Curzon. DA, PH111. Very, very hurt, trying to go for the res onto something. Here comes the reinforcement from Pio. See if he's going to try to flank along the side of this wall.
Pio's going to throw a stun, and he's going to peek out. There's a smoke, though, but the spray down almost connects. Minsung's going to finish off Spear, but here, the Gen G action is more important. Pio's going to wrap around a bit, take a beat down, but the spray down will connect onto DA, flushing him out of the game completely.
Yeah, it is almost the end of the round here for Curzon. Pio took some damage from Detonation Gaming, so he's backing up a bit. Loki and him just waiting. Something is somehow able to survive all of that madness, but he is very weak. No problem for Pio. Pio, can he get 2? He almost takes PH down. The grenade from Inonix is going to finish it. Gen G takes out Curzon.
Gen G finally showing what they're capable of, taking up to 5 kills, and now all 4 members alive. You know when all 4 squads of Gen G is alive, you don't know what they could do to hide and possibly get some more placement points for themselves.
All right, here we go. Gen G's got to make a really difficult rotation. This is what I was talking about. As this circle shifts away from them to the south, there's a lot of, you can see how much exposed space there is for them. Quadro's looking at them. Detonation Gaming White just blew up RGB. I think RGB was forced out of their apartment finally. This you can see Yowook, Renba, Yacha putting a ton of damage into Gen G. It looks like Loki's going to be the only one standing here. By the way, Detonation Gaming takes out Rush B. Great job by them to hold down their apartment. Yowook just peppering shots down into Loki. Anonix still on his knees, but he doesn't have much longer. He's already got one knock in the bag.
Unfortunately for Loki, Quadro isn't his only problem. There are more players coming up from his behind. It's going to be a hard time for him to survive, but hopefully he has more smokes and he's going to blow off the car to basically use it as a guard post. Quadro, though, they're gonna endlessly put shots into Loki, and that's gonna be Lorena coming from behind to finish off Gen G, going out at the 7th place. Unfortunate.
Yeah, they again, that compound, if the circle moves to the west or to the south, there's just not a lot you can do. It's really, really hard to get in and out of there. Somehow Minsung's still alive with 4 kills, by the way. This guy having quite the round for himself as these Griffin members going to pepper some shots into Detonation Gaming. He's going to get the knock onto 1. Is that going to reveal his position and give somebody the opportunity to finish him off? Yep, there goes Fiatchan. Exactly. Great stuff here from Sun Sister, working the top of this circle very, very well. I want to see them get more involved in this. They need to push a little bit further ahead, I feel like. Take as much territory as they safely can.
But, just 30 seconds till the blue zone closes in, the next circle pops up. This is a hard circle to play with if you don't have a compound, or even if you're in a compound, if the circle is not given to you, like, you have to exit the compound. It's going to be a hard rotation, because if you take a look, it's an empty field where you basically can't take much cover from. So every team here that's alive, Detonation Gaming White, Quadro, even though like they are holding on to compound, like they have to pray. They have to pray hard that the circle is still on top of them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what Quadro's hooking here, great shooting by Yowook. Going to put one member down. Let's see if he can find another knock for himself. WNB, long DD. They're just going to smoke up and wait in the back.
Yeah, Yowook's just going to farm ADR here against All-Stars. Detonation Gaming White getting into the car. Since their last bit of apartment is going to be in the circle, I think they're going to wait up a little bit here for the blue zone to close in. For L-Stars, unfortunately, they cannot go out of the shack they're holding on to. Quadro's just going to be looking down at it. Lorena, though, the single player left from Tiamba, hopefully he can crawl all the way into the white zone. We'll see what happens. Sun Sisters as well on top of the circle. It's a hard rotation paper thing, as you've mentioned, but hopefully they can crash into somewhere, and like if they crash, then what could happen?
Yeah, they're coming up on the backside of the Luminous Stars team. They're going to lose one. Kendes is going to go down. Crazy Stam's still here, but now they know where Luminous Stars is. Some good grenades, some good shooting could easily open up the space for them. There you go. Crazy Sam is going to put some good damage into WNB as he's going to sit down. Yacha is looking over towards Lorena. They know exactly where he is. He's at the old death spot of Loki there. The blue's on top of him. I wouldn't be too surprised to just to see Lorena just try to heal this one out or just go down. Okay, yeah, he's just going to go down. Makes sense. Here goes Crazy Sam trying to get a better angle, but he's immediately knocked by some great shooting. I think a combination of Quadro and L-Stars.
Sun Sisters eliminated now, so that means 3 teams remaining with 10 players alive. Quadro smiling, a big smile put up on their face. Detonation Gaming White is going to be the one with the strongest force on top of L-Stars as well. Long DD is going to be taking a beat down from Yowook. Yowook has been just farming here. Yowook has been just dishing out shots. Unfortunately for L-Stars, hey, it was their decision to go into the shack, so unfortunate, but it's inevitable. And for Quadro, they're going to have Renba push out from the compound to have the bigger angle they can look towards. And the circle is even better for Quadro now. Yeah. Every other team, All-Stars, Detonation Gaming White, they have to move into the new zone. And will it be possible, and will Quadro let those players in?
I don't know. It's so hard. I mean, look what Yowook can see. Between L-Stars and where he is, there is like not much for them to work with. Their vehicle pretty much unusable at this point, so they can't even roll that up ahead and try to make some cover out of it. That's just going to have to be some kind of smoke wall. I don't know exactly how many smokes we're talking about with L-Stars that they're going to be able to utilize potentially, but right now they're just getting peppered between Detonation Gaming White and Quadro. You're going to see another knock, and this is, I don't know what else L-Stars could do. Now, Detonation Gaming does have a vehicle they've been able to keep alive. Yacha gets a little bit of damage into the heads of them. Renba's putting some fire down as well, but C's forced to hold up at that crate and throw some smokes down.
Detonation Gaming White is gonna go out with some smokes put out. The blue zone now closing in from their behind. All-Stars though has been having a very sad moments. They were taking a beatdown from Quadro and Detonation Gaming White. Yacha is gonna take a shot down to Ma Chao. Losing a member is gonna be Detonation Gaming White. Another one as well. That's gonna be the last member, Gokuri, to be proning on the ground and hopefully take the second place. Hopefully, you know, like if All-Stars goes out.
That's all he's hoping for
Yeah.
right now is that people stop shooting at him. But there is Crossfire. He is going to go down. It's going to be Carl from Luminous Stars Gaming that is going to take him down. And Quadro should be able to wrap this one up unless a miraculous finish here comes. Now, there is a knock on a D-Lax. Long D's going to go down. Here goes Renba on the flank. He's going to see the last surviving two members. He should be able to help put this down. Some shots coming out. The blue is here. I think this is all over for L-Stars. A grenade's gonna come in and finish it off. Quadro takes game number 2 on the day.
That is a great job done by Quadro. They have been performing stably for all the matches throughout Friday and today. And, you know, like, being consistent is the key, I feel like. Because they were consistent, they were able to connect it to the winner here tonight for match number 2.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with what I've been seeing from Quadro in general as of the last couple months. They seem to be getting better and better. Yolik's play calling was already good. Now it's getting great. The other team members seem to be finding a groove with each other. Renba's their main fragger. He's proven to be an absolute, as my friend Porosaurus would say, a revelation for them. And so this is a team that is getting consistent, and that's scary because a consistent team is usually a really good team. I mean, we see it with OG and Entis, we see it with other teams like this that just play really solidly. Oh, on top of it, they're capable of putting up huge days.
And you know, like, they were quite lucky with the circle too, but, you know, like, luck isn't just the only thing that teams rely on to take the chicken. It's the decision making they have made. You know, like Quadro was splitting their team into 2-on-2, 2 to the compound right next to the apartments, and 2 to the beginner houses. We call that in Korean, the four houses there. Instead of keeping the 2 players there, you know, they had a sense of feeling that, you know, their other teams will crash in desperately, so they backed out from the compound. And we saw it, like, just right after the 2 members of Quadro got into the car, we saw, like, 2 teams just instantly crashing onto the compound. So those kind of decision making is what I'm talking about. Like, those things will add on to it.
Yeah, exactly correct. I'm pretty impressed with Detonation Gaming White there. They took the right house to take, or the right apartment to take, inside of the apartments there, the far south eastern one, which is definitely the one you want to be in because most likely the circle is going to be shifting that way.